Hi there, it's Roy Breton here from Essex Tree Stump Grinding. I'm going to do a quick review as I'm also the owner of gardenequipmentreview.com. So today we're looking at this machine I own, the Predator 38 RX EFI machine. This is well, I've had two Predators. First one was a diesel, 28 horsepower. This one's a 38 horsepower. Very similar machines, just that this one has a bit more power and hopefully will be more reliable than my previous diesel Predator. You can see I'll put a link in this on this YouTube video to a previous video I made on the 38 RX carburettor petrol, and a short review of my diesel Predator, and you can see the difference. Now, so far I've had this Predator 4 months, approximately 200 hours on the clock roughly, and no problems whatsoever. I've got the radio remote version. You can see the radio remote control here. The best thing for me, prior to using a Predator, I was using a Carlton, but the problem was the size. So the Predator, the tracks go into 28 inches, 26 inches, I beg your pardon, 66 centimetres. The EFI engine here is a Kohler engine, 38 horsepower. Is much improved in the previous Kohler engine. When I was using the carburettor engine, I had no complaints. It was just slightly, not particularly reactive, but the EFI, when you need extra power, it reacts quickly and sort of instantly and spontaneously, which is great. So the cutting head, the multi-chip cutting head, really easy to change the tips or the teeth. I just put the 6 teeth on here, but only 2 are cutting, so I've just changed these 2 as I'm off to another job, and the other 4 are just clearance teeth, so they probably about every 4 times I swap the teeth around with the new old teeth, if you like, with the cutting teeth, and swap them around. The teeth are all the same. The pockets are just set back, as you can see. This one sticks out further than this one, and slightly further than this one. So it's all very straightforward. It probably takes, once you've got your tools, 2 minutes to change a tooth. Really quick. I used to use finger teeth, and these are much better. Now, the only real maintenance really is obviously the air filter, which is self-explanatory, just straightforward paper filter. Just take that out. 2 ends to it. There's another end here you can take out for extra cleaning. To be fair, although I do it daily, it doesn't seem to get that bad most of the time. Maintenance, 3 belts on here. Three belts that, when the belts are new, they need tightening more regularly, but to just probably tension these belts 3 times since it was new, and probably by the time it's done 300 hours I'll be looking into replacing the belts fully on these particular 3 belts. To change the belts, just undo these 5 bolts here, or to tension them, release these bolts here. I'll probably make a full video on tightening the belts or changing them, just so you can see another bolt under there. It takes probably about 20 minutes to do. Once you're done the first time and you know what you're doing, probably about 20 minutes just to tension them. But as soon as I notice any slippage, I just tighten them. You know what slipping belts, because it just causes unnecessary wear. And the same with the rear belts, which I've only tightened twice, to be fair. No, twice. Once after about 15 hours, and then probably after about 60 hours. 4 bolts, 1 here, 1 under there, and 2 here, 2 here, or one each other, so 4 belts. And then there's just a tensioner there. Actually, the bolts can't get vibrated out the other week, and I haven't put it back in because these bolts hold it. But obviously, when I need to tighten it, I'll put it back in properly. So very straightforward. That's literally all the maintenance I do. It's definitely more economical than the previous petrol one I was using, but obviously uses more fuel than the diesel one. I would say A full tank lasts about probably about two to 2.5 hours, depending what work you're doing. So I'd say you're using round about a gallon an hour, 1 gallon an hour, that's sort of 4.5 litres, or perhaps a little bit more. With a carburettor petrol, I was using nearer 2 gallons an hour. To be fair, it used a lot. So this is a lot more economical. And Ben Burgess here, as you can see, Ben Burgess in Norwich. Great respect for that company. Neil Hussey's been exceptionally helpful, very obliging, old school company. I can recommend them. If you've got any more questions, please feel free to comment on the YouTube video. I don't think I did mention the tracks go in. The tracks just go in right to here, so it really is quite narrow. If you see it at the back, just at the flick of a switch, so those tracks really go in, so you can get through narrow places. Just one thing: when the tracks are set in, the machine isn't very stable, so you've only got to go down a small divot or anything, and the machine can quickly move. Hence why a bit I'm put tape on here to try and protect the edges a bit, because it can catch you out all of a sudden. But certainly a great idea having the narrow tracks on. Saves me a lot of time compared to how it used to be when I had a Carlton. So please feel free to comment below on this YouTube video or on this blog post, and look forward to replying to any questions. Thanks for watching.